Kourtney Kardashian reportedly offered Scott Disick millions of dollars to keep his distance from their children. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kourtney Kardashian has once again become a subject of public attention following a surprising claim involving her ex-partner, Scott Disick. According to a former bodyguard who was once very close to the Kardashian family, there was a time when Scott was offered a very large amount of money to stay away from his own children. This information has made people even more interested in the already complex relationship between Kourtney, Scott, and their 3 children. Mark Behar, the former bodyguard, made these claims in an interview. He shared details that have shocked many fans and observers of the Kardashian family. According to him, the proposal was made to Scott during a time when his relationship with Kourtney had already changed a lot, especially after she started dating and later married Travis Barker. Travis's presence in Kourtney's life appears to have affected how Scott fits into the picture, not just with her but with the rest of the Kardashian family as well. Scott and Kourtney share 3 children together, and their co-parenting journey has had many ups and downs. Even after they broke up, Scott remained close to the Kardashian family and often appeared at family events. He was seen not just as Kourtney's ex-boyfriend but as part of the extended family. However, when Travis Barker came into the scene and their relationship became serious, everything seemed to shift. Mark Behar claims that Kris Jenner and Khloe Kardashian played a big role in trying to distance Scott from the family. He said they wanted Scott to stop coming to both private family events and public appearances. According to Behar, they didn't just use words to push Scott away. They even offered him millions of dollars if he agreed to completely stay out of the family circle, including giving up his rights to see his children. Scott allegedly refused the offer. Behar said Scott came to him for advice after hearing what was proposed. He remembered Scott being upset and completely rejecting the idea. Even though he could have taken the money and walked away, he didn't want to give up being part of his children's lives. Behar described Scott's reaction using strong language, saying he was angry and didn't want anything to do with the proposal. This story adds more depth to the emotional struggles Scott has been facing. In public, Scott has spoken about feeling left out and being hurt by how things have changed since Kourtney moved on with Travis. These feelings were made worse when he was not invited to Kourtney and Travis's wedding. That moment hit him hard. A source shared that Scott had a difficult time dealing with it, even though he knew Kourtney was starting a new chapter. The fact that he was not invited to such an important event in the family made him feel like he no longer belonged. The source added that Scott was always seen as part of the Kardashian family, even during his worst times. No matter what he went through, the family had always welcomed him. So it was hard for him to understand why he would suddenly be shut out. It was even harder because he still wanted to be involved, especially for the sake of his kids. Not being included in the wedding made him feel more distant, and people around him noticed that he was not handling it well. Even though his relationship with Kourtney and the rest of the Kardashians is no longer what it used to be, Scott continues to have a strong bond with his children. He shares many sweet moments with them on social media. His love and commitment to his kids remain clear to everyone who follows his life. He takes them on trips, spends holidays with them, and is often seen laughing and having fun with them. The story told by the bodyguard has not been officially confirmed by any member of the Kardashian family. Still, it has made people think about the pressures and emotional difficulties that can come with being tied to a famous family. It's clear that Scott has been through a lot emotionally, trying to hold on to his place in a family that seems to have moved forward without him. Some people believe that offering money to a father in order to make him walk away from his children is very wrong, no matter what the situation might be. Others wonder if it was just a desperate attempt to make things less complicated, especially with Kourtney's new marriage and the way the public watches every move they make. Either way, the idea of putting a price tag on a father's relationship with his kids has not sat well with many people who heard about this story. It's also worth noting that the Kardashians are no strangers to being in the middle of drama and media headlines. For years, their lives have been watched closely by fans and critics alike. Every relationship, argument, and family decision becomes a topic of conversation. In this case, what makes it more sensitive is that it involves children and the emotional impact that family changes can have on them. Scott's position seems to have become even more fragile after Travis came into Kourtney's life. While Scott and Travis have kept things mostly respectful in public, it's clear that the situation has not been easy for anyone involved. Blending families is already hard, but doing it in the public eye adds even more pressure. Travis is now a stepfather to Scott's children, and that creates its own set of challenges. Through all the changes, Scott has tried to stay present for his kids. He often talks about how important they are to him. Even when he's going through personal struggles, he still shows up for his children. That kind of dedication makes the idea of him accepting money to disappear seem very unlikely, which is probably why he refused. It also explains why people are now taking a second look at how the Kardashian family has handled things behind closed doors. The story continues to raise questions about how fame, family, and money can all clash in painful ways. Even though the Kardashians often show their glamorous lifestyle, stories like this one remind people that their lives also involve hurt feelings, misunderstandings, and tough decisions. No matter how much money someone has, it doesn't protect them from emotional pain. Scott's situation shows how hard it can be to move forward when people you once called family start closing the door on you. He may have made mistakes in the past, but he's also tried to grow and be a better father. The idea that someone might want him to walk away from that role is heartbreaking. Whether the offer was real or not, the emotions behind it are very real. For now, Scott seems to be focusing on what matters most to him, his kids. His social media continues to show moments of joy, fun, and love with them. He may not be as involved with the rest of the Kardashian family as he once was, but his relationship with his children remains strong. That may be the one thing that no amount of money could ever change. As fans continue to react to this surprising story, many are showing support for Scott. They believe he should be allowed to remain in his children's lives, no matter what changes happen around him. They also hope that, with time, the tension in the family can ease and that everyone involved can find peace. In the end, this story is not just about a man turning down money. It's about a father choosing love over comfort, and standing his ground even when things get hard. It's about how complicated relationships can become when emotions, fame, and new beginnings collide. It's a reminder that being part of a famous family doesn't make heartbreak any easier to bear. And it's proof that some bonds, like the love between a parent and a child, are too powerful to be broken by money or fame. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.